It's Barry Levinson. It really says so much about this city that for 5+ years, all I've done is done my job well. Asked tough questions. Been truthful with every statement I've ever made. Researched everything that I ever spoke about. Made sure that my facts were correct. Double and triple checked. Worked hard for the people. And this is the thanks I get. Now, Mr. Whitaker has every right to put whoever he prefers. That's his right. But to call me out of the blue when he had been ignoring my texts, my emails about subjects dealing with here, asking for his help, for his input, and totally running the other way, that's not a councilman. If he didn't like what I said, if he thought what I said was incorrect or not totally correct, he could have discussed it with me. But no, he didn't ask one question. I gave all the council members copies of the $4 to $5 million of this park and rec in this city. And Mr. Phelps has taken away from the citizens of Fullerton by putting together that management agreement that reduced the amount of money over 20 years that will come into the city by $4 to $5 million. And I proved it. And not one of you had the guts or the integrity to just see what's put right before you. Not one of you ever asked me if there was something you didn't understand. Not one of you asked me about it. Mr. Silva went to somebody else who didn't put it together to get his answers. And he said he got them. Well, I doubt it, sir. But you never asked me. You never asked me. I'm sitting next to you. Why not? What does that show? And I'm glad finally Mr. Stanford, who had a big smirk on his face the whole time, Mr. Embriano, now is looking a little sober because, oh, now he's smirking again. It's really, really is a shame. It says a hell of a lot more about you than me. The only thing I can say is I'm absolutely positive that none of you will ever be removed from the committee because you're not doing your job, and that's what you're supposed to be doing. That's why you're appointed by most people not to do your job. And it really, really is a shame. And finally, I want to make one more point. I looked over the March, April, and May, the two that were late. Yes, the March, April, and May minutes of this committee. I want to go on record that I would vote no because of omissions and errors in each and every one of those meetings.
The approval of the minutes is the next item. You can speak 3 minutes on there. Am I correct?
Let me bring it with me.
Doesn't matter.
Consent items 1 and 2. Are there any questions?
I would like to speak on those.
So, which one do you want to pull?
The minutes, Barry. The
Which
minutes.
one would you like to pull? 1 and 2 or
The minutes.
item 1? Okay. And the public works. Okay, so we'll pull that one. And then the second item is the Public Works Monthly Report. And is that where we can get an update on the question I asked last time about the trees?
No, there's actually an agendized item for that, so you could, if you desire, you could actually.
No.
Barry, you have 3 minutes on
All right.
the minutes.
So we'll vote to approve consent item number 2, Public Works Monthly Report for May 2016. Is there a motion?
Or to approve the minutes.
The
The reports.
Instead of motion and second. Any other comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Barry, talk louder because they got it off. They got the microphone off, so talk louder.
Passes. All right, item number 1, the minutes for Parks and Rec Commission, March 14, 2016, and April 11, 2016, and May 9, 2016.
Levinson again. Since I wasn't sent a copy of this, I just pulled it off the internet, which is from the website very recently. And as far as the March 14th comments, with regard to my distribution of the documentation for the American Golf Corporation, the only comment here says Commissioner Levinson distributed a document. He said he was in disagreement with the numbers previously presented by City Council and the Commission. I spent 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes, going over and explaining those numbers. The least these minutes could reflect is that I explained and documented, explained where all those numbers came from and gave a very good explanation so that everybody could understand them. I just didn't disagree with the numbers. So that is totally inadequate. The April one. Commissioner Levinson asked that a videotaping of future meetings be placed on the, it says May agenda. Obviously that was June agenda, and my recollection was that it should have been on this agenda, and it's not, because it was voted for, and I believe I got a backing for that, and apparently it's not on today's agenda, so that was ignored. So that's probably a Brown violation, and there's an error here, because obviously you can't request something that's already happened. And then finally, in the last one here, well, that was the last one. There was one other one here. Let's see, which one was that? Oh, on the, this is the April one. The other one I was talking to was referred to the May one. This says that on the bottom of page, Fullerton Community Center Fit Club Project, number 3, on the votes, it says I voted yes, and then it said I voted no. I voted no. Thank you.